Roman number conversion problem in Java. This problem asks for converting the Roman number to decimal representation. These are some corresponding value for some Roman strings. We're gonna add the hash map in our code, these values. And these are the some valid conversion for given Roman strings. We can use it as test purposes as well. And these ones are some invalid strings. These are not valid Roman numbers, so we need to return -1 for these values. Let's pause the video for a while and try to solve it yourself first. Alright, welcome back. For suggested algorithm for this problem, first of all creating a hash map and putting all the predefined values to map. And first of all we need to check for if the string is valid, if the Roman string is valid. Then if it's valid, we need to start parsing the Roman letters and comparing the values one by one from the map. And we're gonna add the corresponding value to the result. And after adding the last element and checking for the current element, for the last element, the current element combination makes a different number, we need to remove the latest element value from the stack, from the return value, and we need to add the new value to the result. And then we're going to return the results, such as for IV, we need to read I first and add the result variable 1. After reading the V, before adding 5 to the result, we need to check for the combination if IV is equal to something else. Hence, IV is equal to 4. We first of all remove 1 from the result value and assign 4 to the result. Let's remember how the stack data structure works. Stack data structure belongs to Java util package, works in last in first out algorithm, and also it extends vector class. It has some methods like push, pop, pick, empty, and search, and we're gonna use push and empty methods in our code. If we try to push some values, it just push 5, 7, 8, and push 9. We are pushing 9. If we pick a value, it doesn't pop, removes any value, it just returns 9. If we pop it, it removes the latest elements, it removes 9. And if we push 11, it just push 11 top of 8. This is how the stack data structure works. And let's start writing the code. First of all, we are starting with writing the test. It's gonna be a long test class because we need to check for lots of values for invalid strings as well. We are writing the Roman conversion instance, and first of all, we are writing a setup method to instantiate it. We are putting the before annotation, so it's gonna run every time when we run the test. And we are writing our test method, test Roman conversion. I am adding some tests. It's gonna be long test. Let's check this out. First of all, in this as a starting, I'm gonna put some valid numbers. 100, 1, 43, 1, 5, 33. These are all the valid conversion for our test. And these numbers, null, string, and the others ones are invalid, so we need to return -1 for this value. After completing the test, just start writing the real conversion class. I'm going to create a hash map and put the predefined Roman letters to it. I'm going to assign this value in the constructor, so it's going to be run once every time. I'm going to create the hash map in constructor and add the values to it. These are the values that we have seen in our slides. I'm just adding it one by one. And start writing the parsing method. I'm gonna get the string letter to parse, and I'm gonna create the result, and I'm gonna return this result. I'm creating a char array from the given string. I'm creating a stack to push and pop the elements. I'm gonna keep the characters in the stack. First of all, I need to check for if the string is empty or null. This is one of the simplest edge cases we need to check as a first. It's null or empty. We are returning -1 for that. And then I'm gonna add another validation line for if the string is valid. I'm gonna put a regex that which I defined previously. For example, for Roman letters, 4M is not valid because it is exceeding the Roman letters limits. M is not allowed because it is exceeding the three sequential characters as the same character. It's not valid. So this is the regex that I have defined for validation. If it's not valid, I'm returning -1. I'm traversing through the array. If the stack is empty in the beginning, there's nothing that I can pick, so I'm just adding the corresponding value that I get from Roman map to the result variable. Else, if the stack is not empty, I need to pick for the last element every time. I'm picking for the element. If the last element and the current element is equal to something else in the map, I need to remove for the latest result from the result and adding the new value to the result. And I'm adding the latest element to stack. If the latest two element is not equal to something else, I'm just adding the latest element to the result and the stack. Then I need to return the result. Just adjust this test class. Right, run the test. And it just perfects fine. And before leaving the video, please don't forget to subscribe the channel as well. Thanks for watching and happy learning.